Okay, in today's demonstration, I am going to try and show you some different things you can do with all of those prints you've made on your Gelli plate, because it generates just a ton of material. So, and there's so many ways of going. I'm going to show cutting in and collaging. Of course, you could take, any one of these and glue them onto another painting to work on, or parts of it and rearrange. Lots of choices. So I picked this, I often like the ghosts where there's almost nothing going on. So I've got a little bit of a window here, and I'm cutting this with an X-Acto knife on this cutting mat. And Rauschenberg talked about windows, and we've done projects in class around windows, so you could think of it that way. So then it's like a puzzle. Then you go through the process of like, okay, what's behind there that might be interesting? So you're recombining, like that's kind of cool. I like these 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe I'll just go with that. And I could use a glue stick, or I'll probably use my Mod Podge. So if you don't have Mod Podge, Elmer's glue is fine. Little foam brushes are good because the Mod Podge tends to ruin your good brushes. It's hard to get all the Mod Podge out. And it can dry like a rock, which you don't want. Okay, then I usually run a scraper on top to get a good seal. Okay, something might go in here. This is like a little, I'm thinking of it as a pocket, okay? Now, sometimes it's hard to cut up your print. So like if one feels really precious, like maybe I feel like the bird wing was kind of precious, maybe I don't want to cut it up right away. Maybe I want to look at some of my other prints that, not that thrilled with that, but there's good pieces going on in there. Okay, and then it's just a matter of, it's like one giant puzzle. I'm just arranging, rearranging, like I don't really like that. Okay. And you're looking for connections, maybe either through color, similar colors, shapes. Okay, so I kind of like that. The color goes. There's some more windows. Okay, so I'm going to then tuck this maybe behind here, a little bit behind whatever this building or structure is. And then these are areas where I can put something. Okay, so I'll glue that down. Now, you can glue as you go, or you can spend your whole time like, I'm just going to arrange the whole thing, get what I want, and then glue it down. Because I'm being recorded and I don't really have the luxury to arrange everything ahead of time. I'm just doing it kind of spontaneously here on the fly. And I'm using that scraper so that I get I don't want bubbles showing, okay? That's a craftsmanship thing. I want it to look like it's all one piece, even though it's not. Okay. Okay, I kind of like that, but I'm not sure yet if I kind of like the way this fades. Do I want to put that down there? Do I want to put that up here? I don't know yet. I want something coming out of this pocket. Maybe it's coming out the bottom of the pocket. Maybe it's the reverse. I don't know. Oops. Okay. So I'm making a new composition from the old ones. Maybe it's that. If I'm not sure, I can let it hang out there for a while. Maybe it's that. Okay. So you want enough space when you're doing this because it's going to get messy really fast with all these little scraps. That's kind of snazzy, you know, because everything's very neutral. Maybe I just want some brighter pop of color somewhere. Kind of like that. Okay. You know, sometimes you're just not sure. Okay, so I still like that. I'm going to put that off to the side. I encourage you to get some old-fashioned carbon paper because then you can put in spontaneously finer lines, finer marks. So here we go. So this is direct printing with carbon paper.
Where would you suggest we look for old-fashioned carbon paper?
Staples.
There's Staples. Okay.
Staples will have it.
Great.
Quick, run, go get some before they discontinue. Okay, so I think you get the idea. Now, I'm just going to do this quickly. I'm not really going for, gee, I need to make this fantastic piece right now. I'm just trying to give you different options. And I cut this down to a smaller piece so I can keep removing it and seeing what I'm getting here. Okay. So I'm going to take, let's see, where did it go? This is a acrylic ink. I mean, I could use a transparent paint, but I'm going to do this acrylic ink because I know it's going to be transparent, and I'm going to paint over this carbon paper marks, and it's still going to show up, okay? You could use paint that's, you know, been watered down and more transparent. Okay, now I'm probably going to stop right there, but this is a thinner paint. I could come back and I could add thicker acrylic paint like impasto. So I'm combining all of these techniques. You can also use objects, you know, low-level objects, and glue those on. If it's a heavier object, I could glue, if this is a piece of paper, I could Mod Podge this whole thing to a board so it's sturdier, and then I could attach objects on there. Okay, let me just do a little bit more here. So this is where it can get overwhelming. So what you might want to do if you're going to combine things, you know, organize maybe according to shape or color, you know, like you don't have to put everything, what do they say, all your eggs in one basket. Start with less, maybe 3 elements, and then work from there. Okay, that's too bright. I don't like that. So this also requires, you know, cutting some of your work apart, which can be hard, but because you're generating so much, I think you kind of have to tell yourself, well, I can always make more. And some of the combinations look good and some don't. So this might look good, this might not. It's not bad, but then I got to figure out what am I going to do in here. So let's see. Kind of like, okay, hang on. All right. Figure out where I cut. Hang on. Okay. And you're going to wind up with all of these little scraps. I tend to put them in a little bag or a folder because that might find its way into some other piece. Okay, so, you know, that's a possibility. And then I would come in and paint some color here, probably like a yellow, this Indian yellow or something. I don't know. Okay,